Hello guys, this is Akshay Daga and welcome back to APDaga's Dumbbox. And in this video, we are going to talk about SQLite and how to connect to SQLite and do some basic operation using Python. So in our previous video, we have already seen how to connect to MySQL using Python. And similarly, we have seen how to connect to MongoDB using Python. So in this video, we are going to focus on SQLite. So before proceeding further, let's talk about SQLite. So what is SQLite? So its name suggests it is lighter version of SQL. So whenever you want to store some structured data, that is tabular format data anywhere for your large application, then you go for some solution like MySQL or some similar solution. But let's say if we are talking about some lightweight application for your mobile phone or your desktop application where you want to store structured data, tabular data, but it is not that huge, then we can think about SQLite. So you might have seen, maybe in your WhatsApp also, you might have seen some files with .db extension, not exactly WhatsApp, then some similar kind of application, you will see this kind of files. So what SQLite does, SQLite stores the data, tabular data, locally in a file, and generally the extension of that file is .db. So one file represents one database, and one database can have one or more tables in that file. So that was the basic about SQLite. I'm sharing my screen. So now you can see this is the SQLite I'm talking about. So right now in this video, I'm not going to do any kind of installation as such. Why? Because we have installed Anaconda and this is our Jupyter notebook. Whenever you install Anaconda, so SQLite libraries get automatically installed. You don't need to download anything new for using SQLite. You just need to import that particular library in your Jupyter notebook, and that's it. We are ready to go. So we don't need to do any kind of configuration, or you don't need to download anything. So first thing you need to do is import and just type SQL and press tab. It might take some time depending on your computer speed. So you can see the option SQLite 3. That's it. Just run this command. Now SQLite 3 library is imported. Now what you can do, I'm going to create a new database. And as I told you, one file represents one database. So I'll do ls first. You can see these are the files present in my current folder, and there is no any .db file available right now. So now what I'll do, I'll create a new database. So for that, I'll write SQLite .connect. And I'll pass the name of the database I want to create. So my database name is APDaga, and extension of that file should be .db. And I'll create a new variable, new object, that is db equal to SQLite 3 .connect APDaga.db. So this is nothing but a creating. This is a command for create new database. Okay. So I'm running this. Now if I run ls command, you will see now new database file is created locally, and right now its size is 0 because we haven't added any table or anything till now, any record as such. So now once that is done, what I'll do, I have to create a cursor similar to MySQL. I need to create cursor now. So db dot cursor, and I'll create a new variable for that. I'll write c equal to db dot cursor. Now whatever operation I need to perform, I'll use the cursor for that. So I'll use this c variable, cursor variable, and using that I can do all kind of my SQL operations. Okay, that is done. Now what I'll do, I'll write c dot execute to execute any SQL command, SQL query. I need to write c dot execute, and within that I need to pass query. So what I'll write, create table. Name of the table I'll write Akshay is the name of the table, where the format will be like, so I'll take name. The first column is name, and the data type is text. Just like string, here we had to pass text. Before that, I'll write ID, and the type is int. The second column is name, that is text. Then I'll write, let's say, mobile number, and it is nothing but again, I'll write text. I'll take text. I can write int as well, but okay, I'll write text, mobile number, and then I'll write marks. Okay, and it will be real. So floating value, here I have to write real for that. So let's see what happens. So it got executed successfully. Now So this is nothing but a create table query. Create table. Okay. Now, once table is created, I should insert some of the records in that. So for that, insert query. So what I'll write, c dot execute, and here I had to write insert into table name values, and I had to pass values for that. So the value ID is 1, name Akshay. Okay, I had to write single quote here. Why? Because this whole query we are writing it in double quotes. So I'll pass the string here in single quote. Okay, fine. The next column is mobile number, and it is text. So what I'll write? I'll write some random number. Okay, and then mark. Mark is real, that is floating integer. So I'll write 98.99, some number. Let's see whether it works or not. It is working. Now, what I'll do, I'll insert multiple records now. I'll just copy this command so that I can show you the search operation also afterwards. I'll just paste it. Okay, I'll add 4 more records, so total 5 number of records. So here I'll write something like some names. Okay, and fine. And mobile numbers, I can change few of the mobile, something, no issue, because we are okay. That is fine. I'll write this something like this, then something like that. Okay. Okay, fine. So I'm going to insert those records. Okay. Now what I want to do, I want to do the query operation. So search or query operation. Okay, so how we can do that? So let's do c dot execute, exactly same. And I have to write select star from and name of the table. So right now, because I know the name of the table, that is fine. But again, if I want to see the name of the table, I had to run one query for that. I'll show you. It is not show tables just like MySQL. Here you have to write something different. So for now, I know the name of the table, that is Akshay. Right. So let's see. It got executed correctly. So, and if you want to see c dot fetch all. If you want to see the result of your last query, you can use c dot fetch all. It is one of the way. There is another way as well. I'll talk about that, and I'll just pass it in print statement. Let's say without print, what it shows it in a correct way. So this is how you can fetch. There is another way for again to print the record, and that is, let's say for the same query, what I'll do, I'll just copy this query, I'll paste it here, I'll write something like data equal to, assign some variable to that, and then here what I'll write, for I in data using for loop, print I. So in this way, again I can show my result. Another way for the same is without using variable, just same thing, I'll directly write for I in and the above command as it is, and just write print I. So I'm applying for loop on the query directly. So this is how you can print it. Similarly, some where operation, I can tell you some filter operation. So filter operation, I'll just paste this. Now what I want to do, I want to show only those records whose marks are more than 80%. So what I'll write where marks, the name of the column is marks, right? This one. So where marks are greater than 80, right? And here only, just like last time, I'll write for loop. I'll use for loop directly for I in, and the command as it is colon and print I. So see, only two records are fetched. This is how we can do filter operation. Similarly, you can do multiple operation. I'll show you how to create one more table. So I'll create one more table now. So I'll use this. Okay, and here instead of this, I should have kept other name, some name as student or something like that, but that's my mistake. So first table is Akshay, where I have stored all the records, ID, student data, let's say. And here I'll write address is the name of second table. And in address, the ID will be as it is. That is a key column, I can say. And then I'll write location. Okay. Then I'll write pin code. Okay. And that's it. No need for marks. So okay, I'll run this command. Fine. I'll do some insert operation. Insert query. Insert records. Okay. So insert record, I'll just copy the command as it is. So first is ID, one. The second is a location. So I'll pass the city name. Fine. The third one is pin code. And it is in text. Fine, that's it. No need to pass this. Similarly, I'll just copy this. Okay. Okay. I'll just insert 3 records in this. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'll just write something like Akola for a change and Pune. And here I'll change it to 411. Let's say 405. So that's it, and let's insert it. Okay, there is some okay, fine. There is a mistake. Why? Because I copied this command, I forgot to change the name of the table. So why error is happening? See, we are trying to insert into this table Akshay. So in this table there are 4 columns and we are passing only 3 values. That's why this error is there. So luckily I'll change the name of the table here, because okay, now if I run this, see, error also shown here. Table Akshay has 4 columns, but 3 values are supplied. That's why the error was there. I'll run this once again, and it is successful now. So if I do c.execute select star from address, and I want to print it, so I'll write for I in and print I. So you can see all those records got inserted correctly. Now, okay, one more thing. I'll show you how to show table query in SQLite. It is little bit different than MySQL. So again, same c.execute. Okay, and here I have to pass select name from SQLite master. One second, I don't remember it by heart, but I have used it. Show table. So yeah, this one name. So basically select name from SQLite master. This is the main master table where all the name of the tables are stored, and the condition is where type is table, right? So using, and I'll apply for loop for this to print it. For I in this print I. So you can see two tables are available in our one database, and the name of the database is apdaga.db. Within that one file, all these two tables are present. Now I'll show you the join operation. You know, you have seen this is our table Akshay, and this is our table address. Now I want to do the join operation, inner join. So what I'll do, I'll write c.execute. You must be familiar with join operation. So similarly, I'll show you the example in SQLite. So what I'll write, select star from Akshay, inner join address on akshay.id equal to address.id. Okay. So, and what I'll do, I'll apply for loop for this, for I in, and I'll do the print operation, print I. You can see in this way we have joined both the records on both the records. We did the inner join on table Akshay and address. It is an inner join. That's why whichever are the common records in both those all in table Akshay and table address, those are combined and shown over here. If I would have used left outer join, then left outer join will give me all the results from all the records from left table and all the matching records from right table. So I'll show you that as well. So let's say if I want to print all the records from Akshay, okay, I'll keep it star, no issue. So instead of this, I'll do the left join. So when I do the left join, you know the left table is Akshay. So I'll get all the records from table Akshay and only matching records from table address. Okay. You can see for first three records, there are records available in table address. That's why everything is fetched while doing join. But for record number 4 and 5, there are no entries in table address. That's why none is shown over here. Right. So that's it. Now I'll show you update operation. So update operation. So I'll write c.execute. Okay. Update. Name of the table is what I'll update. Let's say I want to update the pin code 411606. Instead of this, I'll change it to something different. So what I'll do, the name update table name address set name of the column is where is the name of the column? Yeah, name of the column is pin code. So set pin code equal to, I'll pass 411037, where for which record we need to update that, where id equal to 3. Okay, instead of id I can say where pin code equal to 411606. Okay, but if I do that, wherever 411606, if it is present at multiple places, then it will update all the pin codes where pin code matches. For all the satisfying condition, for all the records, it will update it. Right now I want to update only in one record, so that's why I said where id equal to 3, update pin code to 411037. So let's run this. Oh, there is no update, no such table address. Did I make a mistake? Oh yeah, there was a spelling mistake. Okay, so it is successful. Let's see it. For I in c.execute, select star from address, print I. So this is how you can see now the pin code is updated to 411037. Okay, so this is how you can do update operation. Now let's talk about delete operation. Okay, so c dot execute. So one second, I need to check the query. Delete row in SQLite, because I don't remember all the syntaxes correctly, and it is not expected from anyone to by heart all the syntaxes all the time. Whenever we deal with multiple databases, so syntaxes differ time to time, like product to product. So I'll just copy this, and here I'll say what I want to delete. Let's say from table, I'll pass the name Akshay. I want to drop a table from Akshay. I'll drop this last entry for Sagar. So ID number 5 till here. This is our Akshay table. So I want to drop that. So delete from Akshay, where search condition is where name is equal to Sagar. Okay. So if there are multiple records available with name equal to Sagar, then all the records will be dropped. Okay, but right now we know only one record is present in our database, our table, where name is equal to Sagar. So only one record will be dropped. Okay, it is dropped. Now let's search again for I in c.execute. Select star from Akshay name and print I. You can see the 5th entry is dropped. This is how you can do the delete operation. Delete record operation. Okay. Now I'll show you drop table operation. So, okay, before going to drop table, I'll show you one more thing. If I do ls now, okay, you know that one file is created for APDaga.db, like for 1 db one file is created, but now you can see there is one temporary file created. The size is 0, but this file is present, apdaga.db-journal. So it is a temporary file. You know, in our MySQL, if you do any kind of update operation or delete operation, till the point you do commit, that those changes, like if you do commit, then and then only those changes gets permanently applied to that database. Similarly, it is over here. Right now, this temporary file is visible. So if I do db.commit, okay, so now the commit thing is done. So whatever changes were there, which were temporarily, like update and delete operation, whatever we have done, those were temporarily there. Now I did the commit operation. So if I do ls once again, you can see now that file is gone, that temporary file is gone. Whenever I run the commit command, then those changes become permanent and will be applied to our main database file. Okay, that's it. Now I'll show you the drop table operation. So it is simple, c.execute and just write drop table, and name of the table is, let's say, address. Okay, and it is showing me it is executed. So now I want to do c.execute. I want to see all the list of tables present here. So select name from SQLite master, where type is equal to table. That was the query. Hopefully no mistake is there, no typing mistake is there. And I'll do print of I. You can see only one table is present over there, because this table, address table, got dropped successfully. Okay. Now at the end of our journey, whenever you use MySQL DB, do all this kind of operation. I have shown you all the basic operation. Okay. Again, we are not getting into detail about how SQL query works and what are the different type of SQL queries. There are a lot of queries, lot of things that can be a different video series about SQL queries. So I have covered all the basics, but at the end, you should always do one thing. c dot close. So whenever you are done with all your operation on the MySQL, similar to on SQLite, sorry, similar to MySQL, you should close your connection with c dot. C means c represents our cursor, so c dot close. Okay, so this is how you can do it. So that's it, guys. That was all about how you can connect to, how you can create your own local database using SQLite. How you can access all the basic commands using Python programming on that SQLite database. And of course, there are some limitations. Whatever commands are available for MySQL, all those commands are not available for SQLite. There are limitations for sure. For example, if you try to do right outer join, maybe that is not supported in SQLite, like as per my knowledge. But still, most of the things, all the basic operation can be done on SQLite. So I think you find this video helpful. You got idea about SQLite and how to connect it using Python. And if that is the case, if that is true, please do each and everything you can do to encourage me, like it, comment, share, subscribe, and spread the video. Okay, that's it, guys. This is Akshay Daga signing off. Thank you. Bye bye.